This is a live look at the swamp. Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Florida Gators. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I did check in with the Auburn head coach before the game. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, that D tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off play action on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the 1st down marker. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, he missed it. No good. kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Not the start the offense wanted to have. They had to punt the first time out. And here on the opening play of their second drive, they're going backwards. If they're going to run the football, these big guys up front, they've got to do a better job.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Calls his own number. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got a man. It's Pryor. Good, solid tackle. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
Punt is in the air. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running inside. It's Cobb. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Finds his man. It's Singleton. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You know, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Might as well stick with him. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Brown wants to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Third and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on third and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT. It's kind of like...
There he goes. Touchdown Gators. Once he got some room, it was over. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. The running back has it. At the 35, he's loose. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day. But right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Kane.
I like the slot receiver because it gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Brown will throw it. Got his man in the middle. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Right on target this time. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Plucks it out of the air. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense is really doing a good job right now.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Trying play action. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Middle of the end zone. He's got it.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. They'll run the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running.
Oh, it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Brown wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive. He should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
Running right, it's ball. Turning it on. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. This time he wants to throw. Gets rid of it. The sure hands, it's Brown. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the middle. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye that pulled Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the hat.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Hurricanes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And you know what they say in college football, you got to take care of the games in your own backyard. They're now 2-2 after that home win.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Finds his target down the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together... Oh, he's got some space. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
The run inside. It's Pryor.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give the ball. Breaks the tackle. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
They just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
That's reeled in. It's ball. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, If you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. A run for the quarterback. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Brown will throw it. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Now the pitch. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quick release by the QB. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. He might want another play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They'll make the stop about a yards short of the first down.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the fourth down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got them backed up. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Brown wants to pass. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to buy time. Touchdown, Florida! Fitted in the window for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Brown will throw it. He's going to fire deep. Goes high to pull it in.
Deep downfield. Gain of 40. That's a first down for the offense.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Can't get him to the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Jackson. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. A first down for the offense. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Wants to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
Running inside. It's ball. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Quarterback will keep it. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
The Gators back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. This time he wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's ball. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all away. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with ball. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Tries again to get it in. And he's not going to make it this time either. Another stop, and it's 3rd and goal. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Third and goal, where the strong come through. He's got the tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. We started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Quickly complete.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Lets it fly. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Converts on 4th down. Still going. All out of space. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Brown will throw it. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.